Hello learners, in this video we will learn how to use Fragment in Android. Before going to coding or to practical, first I will give you a little bit introduction of Fragment. Basically Fragment is a main component or main building block of Android application. It can means if we talk about activity has a representation of screen in Android, and it can be at one time you can see only one activity, and activity cannot be used within another activity. Okay, and Fragment is as powerful as activities, but the flexibility of Fragment is this: you can use multiple fragment in a single activity. So let's get started and create a fragment. There are two ways to create a fragment. One is using Android Studio or one is using manually. So in this video I will cover both, as well as I will cover how to use Fragment through programming and how to use Fragment through XML. So first of all, we need to add a layout file or create a layout file for our fragment. So I am going to create file for my fragment. Its name is fragment1. Okay, and here I am add some buttons so that I can show you how to navigate from one fragment to another. So here you can and set the margin, set the constraint for these buttons. So vertically center, okay, and here this as well. So drop down little bit down and set the top constraint and left as well, right constraint. Okay, now change the label to button to move second and change the label here to navigate to fragment second. Okay, and here navigate, change here to label of this, navigate to fragment third. Okay, so let's create a file for our fragment. So these are the steps. First we will create a class file with your desired name fragment1 and extend this class from fragment1. Okay, sorry, fragment it's a class of Android SDK, and here you need to override one method on create view of fragment class, and here you will tell which layout you are going to inflate or which resource file is associated with this fragment. Layout inflate, here you will id fragment 1 and container and holes. Okay, and now we want to do some programming, and it's a part of creation, means when first time your fragment is created, it's called on only one time, and when it's created and when you do some programming, and after when our view is inflated, then this method is called on view created, and here we will make sure our view is created, so we will call button to set on click listener here. Okay, and add a listener with this button second or set on click listener. Now we will write some code here to navigation. Before doing this, let's add and tell our activity. This is our display here. So as I told you, there are two ways. So first way is through programming. So here you will write use portal fragment manager. Okay, portal fragment manager dot begin transaction dot add here you will give your container ID where in layout, in main active layout, where this fragment will be displayed. As I told you, you can display more than one fragment same activity, so you will tell the container where it will inflate or display your fragment will be displayed. Okay, so fragment 1. Okay, and okay, now run your program. You will see we are able to see the output with two buttons. Now I will tell you the another way to add a fragment in your activity or application using Android Studio. So here you can, and there are different type of fragments, so I am picking this blank and change this to second fragment finish. Okay, and it is it is create layout file for us and the basic code write for us for fragment. Okay, add one more fragment in our application using this Android Studio, and here because just launching, that's why it's not. Now I'm able to see. Okay, so here I name this to third fragment. Okay, and you are able to see we have created new two fragment here. Okay, now update the code for our button click listener for our first fragment so that you can see, so you can, it's launched. Okay, there is a little mistake. After adding this fragment in your activity, you need to commit, or you can say you need to save your changes and tell the Android system you have done with your changes, and now operating system will display this fragment on desired container. Okay, so this is my mistake. Now when it's launched, you are able to see our fragment is showing there. So this is a one way using programming, and another way using XML. So I will show you that as well, but first we will complete the functionality of our fragment one button click. So here you will get spotted you will get the object of spotted. Over here you will get the instance of parent activity in which it's inflated or used. So using activity dot spotted manager dot begin transaction dot add or there are another method is replace. So r dot id dot id root container, and here you will give the name of your third fragment, sorry. Okay, and because this is null, so use Elvis operator. It's also null, use Elvis operator. Okay, and copy this code and paste here. Now change this to third to second fragment. Okay, now change this to this. Okay, so it's launched. Now you can see these are two buttons, but these are not updated ones, so it's not moving anywhere. So let's write a code to move this and check it will work or not. Okay, so it's launching. Meanwhile I will tell you the another way to add fragment in activity through XML. So I command this code and move here to in our activity and change, and here inside this activity layout I need, okay, so I need to add fragment. For that I need fragment object and match parent as well as match parent and ID. You can use ID for like ID fragment 1. Okay, so and you need to give the class, which fragment class when we run it's inflated or show. So you can see when we click here nothing is happening. I think I have done again same mistake which I have done earlier. I never commit these, so don't forget, otherwise you will face problem like I am facing. Okay, so run this again and remember this time we are adding our fragment through XML, not through programming. And you will try these things yourself and share with me through comment, whatever, or another way following me using Facebook or LinkedIn. Okay, and if you have any doubt or query, you can ask me anywhere where you want to ask, Facebook, LinkedIn or YouTube as well. Whenever I have time, I definitely have a response on your comment. So you can see here it's launching, so you can see here like when you use activity has a similar kind of concept. They have their different layout file, they have their own lifecycle method, but we cannot use one activity to another activity, but with the help of fragment it's feasible, and you can use so many fragments in one activity. So right now I am using one fragment, but if you want to use, you can use. In a further video I will tell you how you can use one or more fragment in a single activity, and it's up to you. You can use fragment through programming or XML. So let's check. Now you can see this is fragment I added through XML. So here when this is navigate, but it's not navigate or clean this. So let's fix this problem. So at the place of this, okay, so I added this, so remove this, okay, and change this to fragment, change this constraint layout to frame layout. Okay, I will tell you what's the difference and what's going on. It's showing there me. Okay, so let's do some changes for this test to are meaningful, like I am second fragment, okay, and for this, and here I will write I am third fragment, okay, so run this. So I will tell you why I changed this frame layout in our main activity at the place of constraint layout. Why I using frame layout, I will tell you. First we will check we get the desired result or not. Okay, so there are the properties of frame layout. At a time you can see only one view top of it, means you cannot see two views at a time in a frame layout. And when you add or replace fragment in a fragment manager, then it will means make a stack for fragments, like first fragment is available, then when we click on a navigation second fragment, then first fragment is not visible and second fragment is visible. So it's a, you can say in a fragment manager there are two fragments are there. One is fragment 1 and another is fragment second fragment is top of it, so it's maintained. Okay, because I am using this in a, like this is already available there, so that's why it's not changing. So let's remove this from here. Okay, and uncomment this line and check why it's not working. Second fragment, okay, let's change this to second fragment. I am third fragment. Let's run again and check. Now we are able to see the output, or means this UI is refreshed or not, because it's still there and we are on a second fragment, but we are not able to, means this UI is still there. So I think now it's solved our problem. loading, we will check we will get a desired output or not. Apart from this, which method we used, apart from this, there are another method for this pick and transaction which you can use. So our application is going to launch. It's launched. Okay, so click here. You can see this is a second fragment. Click back. Back stack is not maintained. That's why it's not showing you that. Now it's navigation. To maintain the back stack, we write some code here, like for that I need to add here, like add to backstack, give the name fragment 1. Okay, and commit and copy this code and paste here. Sorry, fragment 1 and paste here. Okay, fragment third. Okay, and fragment third, fragment second. Okay, now run our application again and we will check. Now we are moving to our, when we click on our back, we move to our fragment, first one fragment or not, and fragment is maintaining our stack or not, back stack or not. So let's check. Here you can see it's installing our app. When it's installed, we need to check it's working or not. Earlier it's not working, back functionality is not working. When we click on this navigation and when we click on back, then it's close our application because it's not maintaining our backstack, but we write some code so that it will maintain our backstack. It's going to launch after changing. Our application is going to launch. Let's check, is there, we'll get our desired result or not. So let's run. Okay, now click on back. Now it's working fine. Okay, thanks for your time. Please subscribe, share and like my videos, and if you have any question, please comment me. Thanks for your time. Thanks.